All right, let's get started. First of all, I'm up doing a video this early, which is kind of early for me. I usually, when I was dealing with Steve, I'm sure you know now, I'm not dealing with Steve the Dean no more for whatever reason he decided to stop the show. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, up early doing it because I got to go to LA today uh, because me and Shantae gonna go down there and honor Philmo Slim. Some things deserve honor. Now, Philmo Slim is about to be 91. 91. And I'm telling you, what made him famous was when some shit happened and they was trying to put a burglary charge on him. And and he said, "Man, I'm not no goddamn burglar. I'm a pimp." Blah blah blah. And but what I'm saying is, the judge say, "Well, you can take this burglary charge, and since you already been in jail, you can get time served." But I mean, if you don't take this deal I'm trying to give you, you're gonna end up doing 5 years on this pimping charge. Filmo said, "Give me the 5 years." I'm not saying I would have said that. I'm just saying because he said that, he became a motherfucker. And what I'm saying is he been living up to that. Now this got to be over 70 years because if he 91 and you take 20 years from that, that's 71. But I know he turned out when he was 15 or 16, maybe 17. So that's like 75 years that this motherfucker been in the motherfucking game. And we going to celebrate his birthday that's coming up. I don't know the exact date. I don't think it's today, but the shit is tonight, and it's in Los Angeles. And me and my nigga going down there to pay tribute to the nigga. Because believe me, he was somebody to look up to when I turned out. Period. He already had a name when I turned out. So this motherfucker, to me, is something. And far as you know what that's about, you got to be real with yourself. How could I want to be a motherfucker and don't do shit similar to what Fimo did? I say shit, you know, to myself when I see myself doing something and it could be considered nice, especially if it's for a broad. But what I'm saying is, if it's for a broad, I be thinking shit like, now it's time for me to, hit that goddamn pussy. Because, see, I know after you done something for a motherfucking broad, she's turned on to you, especially if she appreciate what you did. And as far as me taking advantage of that, that's a good time to have sex because she's very receptive to you right now. And since you didn't gave her whatever the fuck you gave her, you very receptive to her. My point is, I know you got to capitalize on every little motherfucking thing that transpires in your life. And, as I do whatever the fuck I'm doing, I'm building some kind of block, uh, for my confidence foundation to stand on. You build enough of those little blocks and you're on your way to being happy because your foundation will be solid. Once you have a solid foundation, which you're going to base your beliefs in this foundation, things will begin to change. And just so you know, I never put my true efforts into catching any female unless she say something like she would never do what the fuck I'm talking about. And why that's a fact to me is when they say that, it means they have seriously considered whatever the subject is I'm talking about that they're saying. They would never do that. I would never do that. 9 out of 10 times it's because they considered doing it. And they said, oh no, I would never do that. But I know, even before I ask her, if she say something like that, I'm going to play past it and make her like me. She already done heard some shit she shouldn't like. Now, if the bitch like me after hearing that goddamn shit, because what I'm saying, I done already told her 3, 4, 5 things about me, and if she would never do it, she would have got her ass up and left. I know that. But by her staying and talking to me, she's letting me know she can be had. I could have this motherfucker. This is how you're supposed to think when you're a master player, laced with this motherfucking abracadabra. Now take it from me, because what I'm saying is true. It never stops for me, and it should never stop for you. And it really doesn't have to stop for you. Motherfuckers learn, from what I'm talking about at SWU. Motherfuckers learn all about how to read a woman or any individual you're actually conversing with. And what you gain from that conversation, SWU teaches you how to use it to see to make more conversation. I had a young fool call in on my goddamn video, and he said some shit that I firmly denied because I honestly thought he was lying. But a couple of callers called in after him and verified that there was an audio on the internet of me dealing with a problem I had with a young bitch I had told the video with the audience about. Now the thing is, he was saying that I was recorded saying some sucker shit, and I denied it. Now, 3 different callers called in and verified there is a video out, but it doesn't have me doing or saying no sucker shit. They all said I was telling this bitch where shit stood, and I still wanted to hit her pussy. Now, I gather the bitch, said something about not having dough for a babysitter, which was all of $20. And I realized not only, was the shit this nigga was talking about, I knew the bitch that said that shit. So I do know that shit did happen. The thing is, the fool was lying. I stand on what I be saying. And I was denying him having a recording of me begging some bitch for some pussy. Or as he put it, being a trick. But you see, as I've stated in the past and I continue to believe, if you got a clean jacket, motherfuckers know it. And they don't stand up for your motherfucking ass. If it wasn't for them brothers who called in, I would have been, looking like I was full of shit, because whoever seen that shit, seen it, and I would have been denying it. That shit I would have been denying that shit existed. But that shit did exist. He said he had me on recording agreeing to some trick shit, which I denied. You motherfuckers of the day better realize if you a man, you gonna look out for any bitch that you fucking. It doesn't mean you gonna be a damn fool for some pussy, as these suckers was saying. It means I'm sharp enough to work sharper, not harder. I don't want to. If I don't want to go, I don't want to go. If I don't want to go, do, or be anywhere, I ain't gonna do it. If I don't want to go pick some pussy up, do that mean I don't want to fuck this bitch? I'm gonna send a Lyft over there or an Uber. You know, if the bitch can't come give me some pussy because a babysitter needs to be paid, am I supposed to not want to fuck the bitch because she needs a babysitter? This is the kind of shit that would make a bitch come at your beck and call. I'm just saying. We can go on to the next topic. But this nigga I turned out with, started getting money. I didn't actually turn out with him. I helped him turn out. He caught this bitch was a thief. And he was creaming on the hoe. Now I checked him and told him to never, cream on any bitch. He said, yeah, but this bitch is a thief, bud, and she done already hit me with, way more money than any bitch. Now this particular night, the bitch came in with more money than he'd ever seen. His hoe had so much money from a trick, he damn near couldn't catch his breath. Now, he didn't know what the fuck, he didn't know what to tell the hoe to do because he had never checked 18 racks before at one time. You see, this is the power you get when you have an OG to fuck with. See, I've had that and more paid to me, and I know that shit is in the game. So I told him, go to the mirror and let me know when you get there. Now, a couple of seconds go by and he said he was in front of the mirror. Now, I told him, think of what you was doing before she called you. And then turn out the light. The nigga did, and I asked him, is it dark? And he told me, yeah, it's dark, bud. And I told him, turn the light back on. He did, and asked, what now? I told him, this game ain't for niggas who hope shit. It's for niggas who know shit. You either a pimp and you pimping and you trust in your pimping, which means the bitch is liable to get anything and bring it all to you. Or you ain't pimping at all. Now, when it was dark, you couldn't see in that mirror. And in this life that we live, Abba Dabba is your mirror. And it shows you who you are. Just as quick as that light came on is how quick your life can change with this fucking Abba Dabba we use called game. And you're supposed to see yourself in the change and be ready to be down. You shouldn't have to, check your dough. You should have checked your dough and not been scared of this fucking Abba-Dabba-Q, fool. The only reason I fucks with this nigga is he was serious and honest. Because you know what he said before he hung up? He said, Unc, I appreciate you, man, because I don't know why, but I was scared. But I ain't now. And I said, that's because you're Popeye and I'm spinach. And you had your dose. Spread this Abba-Dabba-Q, nigga. Now, this nigga I just told you about checked 17 racks and had never checked over $500 from one of them bitches he had. Now, he blew the bitch that he contacted me about. And he wanted some motherfucking coaching. No, I've been, kicking it with this nigga for a few months. And, he been calling with this or that problem on the regular. And he always had money to pay. So, I don't care how much he called, as long as he wanted to, pay for the game he quizzing me about. Now, my first question to him was, how do you know she's a thief? Because there's no thief worth her salt that ain't gonna get more than that little shit. 500, 700, 900, whatever. He said, shit, the nigga I got her from said she was a thief. And I've been down with Dabba, long enough, a long time. What I'm saying is I've been down a long time too. That's why I charge a nigga who fucking want to fuck with me. I know all you niggas are making the same mistake he was making. And that was not seeing the value in this fucking game. Now, I cannot tell you exactly what I told him. After all, he paid for it. But it had to do with investing in the motherfucking game. When a broad sees you are really about this fucking abba all the way down to how you do little things for her, she will give her all for you. I'm serious. This nigga did not do any of the things I asked about doing with his own. And she was paying him like he was saying. So I told him, you ran her off, nigga, with your greedy ass fucking ways. Because, bitches ain't gonna just give you money to give it to you like you be thinking you just getting money. No, you gotta be doing things that she can see getting money provides her. Her places have to be upgraded. Bitch gotta have a car. Her partner and all that goddamn shit. Everything she needs to get money. You supposed to pay for that goddamn shit. Why? Because the bitch getting money for you to do it. And when he did come up with the broad again, which I predicted, he called me and told me, he was gonna do the shit that I was saying. And exactly as I said, she confessed that she was getting more than she was paying him. And I told that nigga, if she do confess that, before she get the last word out of her mouth, make sure you slap the dog shit out of her motherfucking ass. And threaten to bust her ass up about your motherfucking paper. He did this the first day he got her back. And I'm telling you motherfuckers, if you do what a nigga say, not because you doing what I say, but a nigga telling you the pimp thing to do, I'm telling you, you gonna get what he got, because he had been getting stings under 2 racks until she called him with that 17. But what I'm saying is, after he checked her about this paper, he started seeing 5s and 7, and 1s and 2 racks too. He was seeing all the numbers. Now, all you motherfuckers who claim to be about this goddamn Abba, I know why she brought it, the 17 racks to him. And I believe it was all she took. Do any of you motherfuckers know why she brought him that sting? See, I sometimes remind myself that I'm only human. The morning that, this morning at the gas station, I met a woman, and she started me to thinking not about her, but about how much action I be passing up every day. It's always, said when you grow older, you become much more attractive. And for me, that's, oh shit. You know what, man? You motherfuckers ain't calling. And the time is passing, and I gotta go to LA. So I'm thinking I need to end this little video and probably hit y'all with another one when I get back. I'll probably be back tomorrow night. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, I'm out.